Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel leelawebdev. In the previous session onwards, we have successfully learned how to connect to the Mysql database using this Mysql 2 package, and also we have seen how we can run the queries in the Node.js. We have seen it. Now doing like this, so for example in the product.js, if you try to see, so now writing this raw queries and all those things, so implementing like this, it will take so much of time when we try to implement the real-time projects. So this is not the feasible way for implementing the real-time projects. For using this relational database, something like MySQL or MS SQL or PostgreSQL, Sqlite, so different databases have different types of syntax in the SQL query. So if you try to see select star from products where id is equal to, we are having like this, right? In MS SQL we will be having a little bit of syntax difference you will be having. So like this you will be having. So now writing the query that requires according to the, that should be managed according to the database and all those things, means different types of database, it is very much painful for us in the real-time project. Now in order to overcome this one, so we will be using every languages has an ORM. So that is nothing but an object relational model. For PHP, if you try to see in the Laravel, you will be having the eloquent ORM for the Laravel explicitly. For the .NET Core and all those things, you'll be having an entity framework. And in this, what I can say, so like this, so in the PHP, normally if you want to use the ORM is doctrine ORM we will be having. So like this, we'll be having different types of ORM, depends on the different types of languages we'll be having. Now in order to have the ORM, same for the Node.js also. So we have the most popular package that is called as Sequelize. So if you try to open here in our Google Sqlize, you will be able to see it. Sqlize. So here if you try to see the definition, it's the title itself, Sqlize, feature rich ORM for the modern TypeScript, and Node.js ORM for the Postgre, MySQL, MariaDB, Sqlite and SQL Server and more. So these are all the different types of databases that this Sequelize supports. So this has a feature rich support of relations, eager, lazy loading and all those things it will be having. So we'll try to see about these things. If you are coming, if you know the Sequelize backgrounds and all those things, you should be able to know about the left join, right join, inner join. So these are the things you should be able to understand, those all things. Relations, we will be using the relations joining thing. So now let's try to see the Sequelize thing. Now in order to, so right now we are using the MySQL database. So in order to make this Sequelize to work, first we need to install the MySQL 2. So that one we have already installed it. So here these are the things. So we need to install one of the driver for us in order to work the database. So right now we are using the MySQL. So that is the reason they are asking us to install the MySQL 2. So if you are using any other database means, so MariaDB means you need to use the MariaDB. Like this we need to use it. So right now we have only the MySQL 2 we are using. So we have installed this MySQL 2. So first step is completed already. Now it's time for us to install the Sequelize. So for installing the Sequelize in our system, so what we need to do, so here we have a command npm install Sequelize. Let's try to install this one. So I'm copying this one. So here if I try to go, so in this one, so let's try to stop the server, and here I'm using npm install Sequelize -- save. If you don't provide it, it's not a problem. Sequelize spelling is Sequelize, like this. So if I press enter, now the Sequelize will be successfully installed. So it will try to install. So it will take some time to install. Let it take some time. So Sequelize has been successfully installed. If you try to go to the package.json file, okay, here you will be able to see that Sequelize has been installed. So note that at the time of this recording, the Sequelize version running is the 6.21. And for making this Sequelize to work, we need to install must and should the driver, that is nothing but a MySQL 2. So as we have already installed this MySQL 2 package, so I am not installing this one. If you haven't installed this MySQL 2 package means, so try to install this MySQL 2. Okay, so now the installation of Sequelize is successfully completed. Now it's time for us to create a connection to the MySQL server using this Sequelize. So let's try to see it. So where we are trying to create the connection, so we are creating a connection using in the database.js file, so in the utils folder. So now here previously we have used this MySQL 2 package and we have connected with using this create pool and all those things. Now instead of creating using this MySQL2 package, now we need to use this Sequelize package to establish a connection. Internally behind the scenes, Sequelize also uses the MySQL2 package only, so there is nothing wrong in there is nothing new on that one. Sequelize also uses this create pool thing, and it will try to create a connection. So let's try to open that database here getting started. So this is our getting started. So we have successfully completed this one. Now we need to connect to a database. So connecting to a database, we have three options. So three different types of options are there by which you can establish a connection. So let's try to establish the connection. So for establishing a connection, what we need to use, we need to give new Sequelize, and here we can give a string here. And here you can give the path. So here for the PostgreSQL, they are giving string. Or otherwise you can provide complete options object separately, and you can provide this one. Dialect means what is the type of database you are trying to connect it. And the third level of option which we will be using right now is passing these all the connection as a parameters. Let's try to use this one. So here let's try to go, and here I am removing this all things. Now in order to create a Sequelize connection, so I am creating Sequelize equal to new Sequelize. If I try to here, automatically this Sqlize will be imported at the top, so that is the reason I have used it. So now if I try to close this one, so here if you hover, you will be able to see that three different types of options which we can create is pass the parameters. So overloads options, so the different types how we can pass it. Here you can pass database comma username. Without options you can pass database username password. Without password means so you can pass the null. And if you come here so these are the parameters. First one is the database you need to provide, and the second one is the username, third one is the password, and last one is an options, which is nothing but a object. You will be having an object with an options. We'll try to see it. Now here first we need to provide a database. So right now if I open this bench, MySQL bench, and this is our database, node-ecommerce-app. So let's try to copy this one, and here I am pasting node-ecommerce-app. The next one is the user. So right now I am using the root user, and the next one is password I need to provide. Password is mine is password only. Okay, so these are the three things which I need to provide it. And the last one is the options object. So here I need to provide an options object. If I try to press enter, you'll be able to see all the keys properties names which I can mention it in this object. So what you need to provide is first one is the dialect. So what is the type of database you are trying to use it. So if you try to press enter, here you will be able to see the list of all the database which the Sequelize can support. So here I am trying to use the MySQL. So I have used this MySQL. And the next one what we need to provide is the host. So what is the host we are trying to use it. The host is nothing but ours is the local host. So we can give it like this. That's it. So now we have created a connection, Sequelize connection. Internally this uses this pooling only. Create pool, MySQL2.create pool, those things only it will try to use it. Now let's export this one. Module.exports is equal to Sequelize. That's it. So now we have created a connection. Now we need to test it that whether the connection has been successfully established or not. For this one we have an authenticate method testing the connection. So you can use the authenticate function to test that if the connection is established or not. So how we can do it, let's try to see it. So the main root file for us is app.js file. So here in the app.js file, before app.listen, I will use Sequelize. So this should be imported from the util/database. So this one I am trying to import it from the util/database. Don't mistake it. Sequelize means I am using the node module Sequelize. I am not using the node modules. So this one is a small letter CS. I am using it from the util/database, which we have created a connection. So here I will be using authenticate, and this returns a promise. So if it returns a promise means you will be having a then, and here you can write something like console.log connection established. You can say that connection established successfully. So I can write it like this. Now if it is not established means you will be able to get a catch, and here you can write an error. So in this error what you can do is catch, and in this error what you can do is console.log error. You can do the error, and here you can write console.log error in establishing in establishing connection. So this is how we can test the connection, that we are able to connect it through the Sequelize or not. So let's try to test it. So here for testing this one, so what I am trying to do, I am starting the server. So here when the app.js is running, so when the server is running, it will try to connect to the database, authenticate thing. If it is success means, then it will start. So let's try to see. So here it is trying to connect, it is trying to make a connection, and here, so we are able to see that connection established successfully. So that means we are able to successfully authenticate to the MySQL database. So we are successfully connected to the MySQL database. For example, for any reason, I have written password as wrong. Let's assume. So I have written some password as wrong. Let's see that whether it is able to connect it or not. So here you will be able to see error in establishing connection, and what is the type of error also we are able to see it. Access denied for the user root at the localhost using password S. So this one is access denied. Why? Because the password is wrong. Now if I try to save it, now this time the connection will be successfully established. So now from the Sequelize point of view, now we have successfully able to create a connection. Now in the next video, what we'll try to do is, we will try to create the model. We'll try to create a model, how we can create a model in the Sequelize, and how we can connect to the database and all those things. Let's try to see it in this next video. Hope you understood about the Sequelize introduction and how we can connect a Sequelize database connection. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.